Hello, this is session 1 of speech lesson 1. I have divided each speech lesson into 4 parts because they are long, and therefore I have also divided the words in 4 parts. So we will not cover all the words that you find in the exercises in each session, but by the end of the 4th session we will have covered all the words in lesson 1. Now please don't imagine that you have to memorize all these words, and please don't try. I can assure you that by the end of the course, by the force of repeating these words many times, you will have retained a lot of vocabulary just effortlessly and naturally. And so in the 4 sessions of lesson 1, we will learn the present tense of the verb to be for the first person singular masculine, which is Iwen, am, and Ana is I. So Ana Iwen is I am. Now we silence the yod, we silence it if the preceding word ends in a vowel. So we say lewen, we don't say le Iwen, lewen, which means I'm not. There are also some other words that we are going to use frequently in the exercises. Gao means in, adia now, membnai from, the of, and u is and. Now in this lesson we meet Ashur, who is an Assyrian student from France, and he introduces himself to us in a monologue. So he first greets us, he says Shalom Aleichem, which is peace on you, and that's the way to say hello. Excuse me. And then this is to address many people. There are 2 other expressions to address one single man and one single woman, and these are expressions that we will learn in the future lessons. So he continues in saying that he's Ashur, that he's Assyrian of France, he's from Paris. He is at present at university. He's a diligent and hardworking student. He's a bachelor, he's not married, he's tall and thin, he's not sad, and he's happy. Now you notice that he does not give us his age. Do you think that he's being discreet about it? But actually no, the reason is that we use a different verb, the verb to have, in order to tell our age. It's like in French, j'ai 20 ans, I have 20 years. And I'm afraid you will have to wait until book 2 is out so that you can learn the verb to have. Okay, now I will read the monologue, but before that I would like to mention that you will find throughout the book a lot of words in pointed brackets. Now these are generally non-Assyrian words that have penetrated in this language, and they are commonly used. I'm not going to use them in the lessons. However, you may want to become familiar with them in order to understand what people say. And okay, so I will read the monologue now, and please turn to page 1. And by the way, since we read from right to left, you have to open the book from the side which you consider the back of the book. So here is page 1. Shalom Aleichem, Ana Ashur Iwen, Ana Athorai da Fransawen, Ana Membnai Paris Iwen, Adia Ana Gaubeth Drashawen, Ana Yalopa Kashira Wachbidawen, Ana Ptulewen Ulewen Gvira, Ana Rama Ubagirawen, Ana Lewen Pshima, Ana Khadiawen. Now I will read this again line by line and wait for you in order to repeat after me. Okay. Shalom Aleichem, Ana Ashur Iwen, Ana Athorai da Fransawen, Ana Membnai Paris Iwen, Adia Ana Gaubeth Drashawen, Ana Yalopa Kashira Wachbidawen, Ana ptulawin ulewin gvira. Ana rama ubagirawin. Ana lewin pshima. Ana khidyawin. Okay, now your assignment for next session is to memorize Ashur's monologue and be able to recite it. Okay, now we will do the exercises. Excuse me. Throughout these exercises, I will give you a statement and maybe a word, and then wait for you to respond, and then I will repeat what you should have said so that you can test yourself. Excuse me, my voice today. Okay, now all these exercises that we are going to do today are substitutions. So I will give you a sentence and a word, and you need to substitute that word in the proper place in the sentence. The first exercise is just masculine names. So for example, I will say Ana Ashur iwen Suren, and you will say Ana Suren iwen. Ana Arthur iwen Raymond. Ana Raymond iwen Yaakov. Ana Yaakov iwen Sargon. Ana Sargon iwen Ram'el. Ana Ram'el iwen Philip. Ana Philip iwen Ashuraya. Ana Ashuraya iwen Suren. Ana Suren iwen. Now the second exercise is nationalities. For instance, I will say Ana Arthuraya iwen Fransaya, and you will say Ana Fransaya iwen. Ana Livnanaya iwen Raushaya. Ana Raushaya iwen Iranaya. Ana Iranaya iwen Iraqaya. Ana Iraqaya iwen Fransaya. Ana Fransaya iwen Arthuraya. Ana Arthuraya iwen Amerikaya. Ana Amerikaya iwen Inglisaya. Ana Inglisaya iwen Turkaya. Ana Turkaya iwen Almanaya. Ana Almanaya iwen. Now in exercise 3, we have names of cities, countries, and some places. So for instance, I'll say Ana membnai Paris iwen Fransa, and you will say Ana membnai Fransa iwen. Okay, Ana membnai Iran iwen Iraq. Ana membnai Iraq iwen Lebanon. Ana membnai Lebanon iwen America. Ana membnai America iwen London. Ana membnai London iwen Turkey. Ana membnai Turkey iwen England. Ana membnai England iwen Paris. Ana membnai Paris iwen Fransa. Ana membnai Fransa iwen Russia. Ana membnai Russia iwen. So in exercise 4, we have jobs and occupations. So for instance, I will say, Ana umana win yalopa, and then you will say ana yalopa win. Ana mzabnane win malpana. Ana malpane win daryana. Ana daryana win rabi. Ana rabi win kataba. Ana katabe win palcha. Ana palcha win umana. Ana umana win yalopa. Ana yalopa win. Then in exercise 5, we have personality traits or physical appearance. Okay, for instance, I would say Ana khidya win pshima, and you will say Ana pshima win. Okay, Ana psima win zoora. Ana zoore win gura. Ana gura win khailana. Ana khailana win mkhila. Ana mkhila win rama. Ana rame win daqiqa. Ana daqiqa win bagira. Ana bagira win mri'a. Ana mri'a win khidya. Ana khidya win pshima. Ana pshima win tarbana. Ana tarbane win khubana. Ana khubana win. Okay, now in exercise 6 we have places. So we will use the word adiya. I will say adiya ana gav alolewen beit drasha, and you will say adiya ana gav beit drashawen. Okay. Adiya ana gav beit ktavewen umra. Adiya ana gav umrawen awana. Adiya ana gav awanewen tawana. Adiya ana gav tawanewen darta. Adiya ana gav dartawen ganta. Adiya ana gav gantawen kaula. Adiya ana gav kaulewen karma. Adiya ana gav karmawen alola. Adiya ana gav alolewen beit drasha. Adiya ana gav beit drashawen baita. Adiya ana gav baitawen. Okay, now the last exercise is a general substitution. So you will have all the previous types of words, names of people, names of places, nationalities, personality traits, etc. all in one exercise. So I hope you can distinguish between them gradually. So we will do all this exercise. For example, I will say Ana gaunditawen gav Europa, and you will say Ana gav Europewen galana, and you will say Ana galanawen, etc. So Ana gav beit drashawen mchila. Ana mchilawen Arthur. Ana Arthuriwen Rama. أنا راماوين كتابة. أنا كتابة بالخة. أنا بالخة أشورايا. أنا أشورايا من بني روسيا. أنا من بني روسيا برميانا. أنا برميانا ريموند. أنا ريموندي قوبايتا. أنا قوبايتا سابا. أنا سابا قو كرما. أنا قو كرما دورايا. أنا دورايا ناهيرا. أنا ناهيرا من بني ماتا. أنا من بني ماتا خياطة. أنا خياطة رمسين. أنا رمسيني ناتان. أنا ناتاني صيادة. أنا صيادة سارغون. أنا سارغوني قو خقلة. أنا قو خقلة مشيخايا. أنا مشيخايا رمئيل. أنا رمئيلي دريانا. أنا دريانا رمتين. أنا رمتيني قو مرقة. أنا قو مرقة نرقال. أنا نرقالي قورة. أنا قورة مدنخايا. أنا مدنخايا يونايا. أنا يونايا من بناي مديتا. أنا من بناي مديتا قو فرنسا. أنا من قو فرنسا من بناي دورا. أنا من بناي دورا مردوك. أنا مردوكي من بناي دشتا. أنا من بناي دشتا يوسف. أنا يوسفي يوحنان. أنا يوحناني خبانا. أنا خبانة من بناي إنجلاند. أنا من بناي إنجلاند فيليب. أنا فيليبي سورين. أنا سوريني تركيا. أنا تركيا. Okay, that's it for this session. I hope that you will memorize the monologue and be able to recite it. Until next time, goodbye.